welcome back to Catch Up with Kai and Cohen. We are, I don't know what episode we're on, but this is the drugs episode.
Okay, we got to hold up on that though.
Okay.
So how we got to that point though.
Right.
Yeah, so we recorded a couple episodes last time. It was horrible.
It was terrible. And while we were recording, I think we knew that it was terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, we tried to put them out, but it was just too bad and we couldn't. So we're trying to make it up for it this week by having good episodes.
And that's why we missed, it would be now one episode.
Yeah, depending on when this one comes out.
Yeah. Our goal, our vision is to have these mini series that could last anywhere from 2 to 3 episodes with an overarching theme. And then within that theme, we have subtopics. And we want to make it more organized and more engaging so that we have a bit more interesting stuff to talk about.
Yeah, since we're in the very early stages of this podcast, we figure it's a good idea to try. This is the time to try stuff out, you know, see what sticks, see what we like, ultimately see where we want this to go.
That's why we decided on the topic of drugs, specifically recreational substances, including both legal and illegal and prescription drugs as well. So today our focus will be on, I guess, 3 main things.
Yeah. This will be part 1 of 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And today we'll be talking about nicotine, weed, cannabis, marijuana, and finally alcohol.
Yeah. So I don't know. What are your experiences?
What do you want to start with? Do you want to start with nicotine?
Let's start with nicotine, alcohol, and then we'll move on to weed, cannabis.
Okay. So nicotine, I first started. So I've smoked nicotine, cigarettes, and vape. And I first started with a cigarette at a party, just a random party. Don't exactly remember when. But after that cigarette, never really got into smoking it. It was just a one-time thing at a party, you know. Then another party, a friend had a Juul, which is like ancient technology at this point. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you remember Juuls.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, a friend had a Juul and I hit his Juul. And that was like my first step into vapes. And then I got my own Juul, then I got my own vapes, got addicted to nicotine. And a couple of years back, I quit, thankfully, luckily, because it was terrible. You know, there was no point. There was never any point. And I've got a few pros and cons ready for nicotine as well. But
yeah, I had a question. So when you first tried that cigarette,
yeah,
what was it like? Like, how did you? What was the taste? Did you like it or not? What was that experience? Good
question. I don't think I liked it. I think even if I have like a cigarette today, yeah. I say I quit. By that I mean like I don't ever buy it or do it myself. But if I'm like at a party or like, you know, very rarely, very, very rarely, if someone offers me a cigarette, I might say yes and I might try it out just to go with the moment, you know. But yeah, even today, if I have a cigarette, I don't necessarily like it. I don't really understand the flavor.
Yeah.
Don't really get any of it.
Like, do you get like a head rush? Do you get like dopamine hit?
Actually, from a cigarette, I never have.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I've never gotten because, you know, when you hit like a vape and hit it real hard,
yeah,
you do get a head rush.
Yeah,
it's like 10 seconds of dizziness and it like feels funny and sometimes that's kind of nice. But with a cigarette, I've never had that happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're the type of person who actually didn't start using like vapes as a means to quit smoking.
Not at all. 100% as like a peer pressure thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Wow. Just because my friends were doing it and it was all around me, I fell into the peer pressure, unfortunately, and got into it. And I regret it totally. You know, if I could go back and never have done it, I would. Because it really brought nothing into my life. You know, it never really, because a lot of people use it for, you know, tons of reasons that they tell themselves.
Yeah, for vaping specifically, right?
Yeah, vaping or smoking cigarettes,
yeah.
You know, nicotine in general. But I never got like any kind of benefit from it.
Yeah.
Even in the moment, I don't think I was getting benefit from it.
Yeah.
Like while I was doing it, I wasn't even thinking that I'm getting a benefit from it. I was just doing it to keep doing it.
Well, what was because you didn't like cigarettes, like both the taste and you didn't get the euphoria that people say they get when they smoke cigarettes. But what about vapes then?
Yeah, so vapes, I mean, the flavors definitely got me, I think. Because if it tasted as bad as cigarettes. Like I would never seek out cigarettes just because, it doesn't taste good, it doesn't feel good. But then the vape juice flavors, they did get me with that,
Yeah.
The fruity flavors and the mango and the ice and whatever. I feel like an absolute loser thinking about it and talking about it now, and I should. It's like loser behavior. But yeah, the flavorings did get me, and that was probably part of the addiction.
Do you think the flavor is probably maybe like 80% of the reason why people get so hooked onto it?
I don't know. No, I think it's the nicotine itself.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. But probably the flavor adds to it quite a bit, though.
Yeah, I think the flavor probably adds to it quite a bit. Because, I remember back in those days, if someone had like a shitty Jewel Pod flavor, no one would really want to hit it. You always go to the whoever has the better flavor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the flavors do play a big part in it, especially for younger people. I think.
Because you're saying for yourself, you saw almost really no benefits for you.
No, not at all.
Both smoking cigarettes and vapes. So, I mean, if you try to look at it for the general population, do you think there's any benefits? I get like vape, I could see some pros, but are there any benefits to cigarettes?
From my point of view, not really, because I don't have a ton of experience with cigarettes because the people around us in our age group, it's not really common to smoke cigarettes.
Not at all, actually.
Yeah, vaping's super common.
Very common, very.
I don't even know anymore. Are people our age vaping? Like 30-year-olds?
Honestly, I don't think, not as much. It definitely when we were younger, it was literally everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, but now, like even our friends, they all mostly quit.
Or at least are trying to.
Yeah, trying, like very actively making a conscious decision to quit.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see any benefits, and I can't speak too much about the positives of cigarettes, but the apparent positives of vaping, at least to the people around us, was always stuff like stress relief or like being able to like focus or something.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, this product is causing you a lot of stress.
100%, like literally biologically, it's literally like it's causing stress to your body. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I always knew my life was like so much better without it in the first place.
Yeah.
But then when you're in like stressful situations and you're dependent on this thing, and if you try to take that away during that stressful situations, it just makes, your body has a physiological response to it with like withdrawal symptoms and stuff. And it just makes that situation even more stressful if you had never been on the thing in the first place.
Yeah, which makes it so scary, not only about vapes, but with anything that the withdrawal you literally get dependent on it, both psychologically and biologically.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I was thinking of pros for nicotine. I wrote some down, and the first thing I wrote was, I can't think of a single one.
Yeah,
I can't think of a single pro for nicotine. There's the when you smoke for the first time in a really, really long time, and I mean really long time, you get like a little funny head rush, and that can be fun every now and then. But it's not like that's something that lasts. It's like the first hit, and then that head rush is completely gone for like weeks or something.
Yeah. I mean, like this is probably not common knowledge, but even when I do like a Google search, some pros of nicotine itself is, it can help with attention.
Can it?
It can help with focus. They say it could be protective for things like dementia, Alzheimer's, and then also Parkinson's, apparently.
Yeah. That's believable, to be honest. We're always told everything is okay within moderation.
Yeah.
And it seems like, that's true for this as well.
Yeah.
But clearly nicotine in our society is not moderated whatsoever.
Yeah, no, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's available everywhere. So easy to come across.
Yeah. I think especially in our age and now, it's even more dangerous because with the introduction of vapes, like the flavorful vapes, because it's so easy to smoke, like the children are addicted from a very early age. And I literally think that's almost a gateway for them to do other drugs or substances.
You think so? I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're like smoking something, anything, that makes smoking anything else seem a whole lot easier,
Yeah. And like, I mean, I've seen it in news reports. Like they say people are getting hospitalized for things like popcorn lung.
Wow.
Like kids, because
Kids?
Yeah. Because I read that like one vape, I don't even know how to quantify it, but one full vape is equivalent to multiple packs of cigarettes. And because it's so flavorful, it's so like tasty, I guess. They would finish that vape in like a day or two.
No way.
And that's equivalent to smoking like 2-3 packs a day.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known people who go through vapes a day.
In a day.
Yeah.
And they're like the big vapes.
Like a jewel pod, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I didn't know.
Pod.
I also knew people that would go through a pod a day, which is intense.
Yeah.
Because I think a pod is supposed to represent 1 pack of cigarettes, wasn't it? Back in those days?
Yes. The jewel, I remember reading it. And I think like, I mean, if you look at the stats, like cigarettes themselves, like people smoking, it's gone down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, vape probably had some sort of like contributory factor to it.
Yeah.
Like, of course,
definitely.
There's of course, like health literacy, like people are more aware of the health consequences, like cancer specifically. But I like to think like things like nicotine gum and now vapes to a certain extent help people quit. Because I have a friend who was a smoker and they were able to quit because of now vaping. And then they transitioned from vaping to nicotine pouches. And now they're weaning off nicotine pouches pretty well.
Yeah.
So I've seen successes for that.
How bad are nicotine pouches?
I mean, I think they're still bad personally.
Probably real bad for your gums and stuff.
Yeah, that's probably it's horrible. Like increased risk of any oral cancer.
Yeah.
Which can be pretty difficult to treat. The gum linings also recede, which is also bad. And I mean, nicotine itself there's a lot of health negatives to it too. So that's always comes.
Does nicotine on its own cause cancer?
From what I remember from my classes, I don't think it's like a direct causative agent of cancer. Like probably like increases the risk, but I don't think it directly causes it.
Does it cause? I'm sure it causes some neurological issues.
In very high doses, concentrated doses. I think I've read that nicotine can promote cancer cell growth, though. Like once you have cancer.
Yeah.
I remember reading that somewhere. But yeah.
I have a couple other cons as a layman. So it's super addictive and hard to quit. One thing I think people don't confront very often is how expensive it is to be a nicotine addict. It is super, super expensive. Maybe not on the purchase by purchase basis, but if you look at your bill by the end of the year, how much money you spent on nicotine products, that shit is not cheap. You know, that this is an expensive addiction. And yeah, it sucks. It costs a lot of money. You get terrible sleep when you're smoking. Terrible sleep. Consistently terrible sleep. Like I remember when I was addicted, I was constantly looking for ways to help myself get better sleep. I was, looking into things like melatonin every single night, which is not something you're supposed to do.
Oh, while you were using like vapes?
Yeah. Like constantly taking melatonin because my sleep would be so terrible. Yeah, and it didn't get better until I stopped smoking.
How bad were your like withdrawals from quitting smoking? Or I mean, not smoking like cigarettes, but like vaping.
It was bad, but it didn't last like super long, to be honest. Because I really, really wanted to quit. I had wanted to quit for like a while. And then once I had gotten to the tipping point, I was like super fed up and just, I don't want to do this anymore. So I felt like really intense withdrawals for a couple days.
Yeah.
But then after getting to like the 1 week, 2 week mark,
yeah,
I was pretty good, to be honest. It was like I was free from it. And then of course, every now and then I would get like some urge to drive over to the fucking shop and pick up another vape or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But every time I tried making that trip, I felt like such a moron that I would change course and go somewhere else. Like I wouldn't go to the vape shop and buy another vape.
Why?
Because I felt like such a moron. I'm like, am I really gonna fucking do this again? Like weeks of this shit again?
Like shame.
Yeah. Shame and like I just felt so pathetic, Like the way I finally overcame this was I started thinking like, I can't believe I'm like being mind controlled by these fucking companies into buying their products, spending my money over and over, smoking their product over and over. I felt like a fucking moron, Like, I'm not gonna lose to the man. I'm gonna quit right here. I'm gonna stop this shit.
Yeah,
and that's eventually what to stopping.
Do you think that was the biggest motivator for you to quit?
Yeah, I think I'm a really self-motivated guy. Yeah, like all my motivation really comes from within.
Yeah.
So when I get to a point like that, I'm pretty solid on it.
Were there any big health scares for you? Because I was just actually fact checking. Like nicotine itself, I think I was looking at there's no like clear relationship whether or not it increases the risk of cancer. Like, for example, apparently it's not even a carcinogen or labeled as a carcinogen. I think it's more so that, as with specifically with vapes, it's like that other chemical flavoring that probably causes damage to your lung or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just searched up that it's not actual like causal agent or carcinogen.
Yeah, so I didn't have any personal health concerns, like nothing in my face. But of course, I was aware of the constant risk I was taking and constant poor decisions that I was making by continuing to vape, and being, constantly aware of that. I guess that, that did contribute for sure to quitting. Because
I guess for you, you mentioned this many episodes ago because you've had like collapsed lungs.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I mean, I have had a collapsed lung a couple times, but I never really viewed that as related, because the way it was explained to me by doctors was like, this is not really something that's related. It's just like an anomalous thing that happens to people with my body type, basically. So yeah, despite having the collapsed lung, I didn't really take that into consideration when thinking about quitting or not.
Yeah.
And I guess that's like the dangers of being addicted to something. You kind of just ignore like these very obvious things that you shouldn't be ignoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that at all, and I probably should have. Someone whose lung is like collapsing over and over probably should not be smoking.
That's so interesting though. Hey, like this, because that probably means there's such a huge psychological element of being addicted to something.
Yeah, it's like such a part of your life, such a regular part of your life that you stop thinking about it.
Yeah,
it's like waking up and brushing your teeth or like having meals. It becomes like you like trick yourself into thinking it's like one of your needs as a human, when it's like clearly not. You know, because you treat it like a need. I need to smoke this now. I need this now.
Yeah.
I'm stressed. I need to hit this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's.
Do you think, because cigarettes they're not illegal, but they're regulated.
Yeah.
Vapes are not quite that, because, with cigarette packaging, there's horrible images of what it could do, but vapes don't have that. Do you think?
Actually, do we have those like really scary packaging in Canada?
We do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think it had like airports in other countries, but
I know,
because I've never like gone and bought cigarettes in Canada, so I've never seen like that scary packaging.
Do you think vapes should also have that?
At minimum, probably, yeah.
I think so too.
At minimum, probably, yeah. Vapes are such a massive problem because they're so easy to hide.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like, I'm pretty sure, I don't have confirmation of this, but I feel like I've heard that kids are even like vaping in classes nowadays.
I've heard, because my wife works in schools, that in the bathrooms, they have specific vape, like smoke detectors.
Oh.
Because they vape in the washroom.
Damn, they got that kind of technology?
I guess so.
Are you sure? Oh, I guess, why would she?
Yeah.
She ain't they definitely don't. Now, I mean, good. It should be like that. I wonder how good they are at actually detecting kids vaping.
Yeah, because I like, even in class, I can just see someone like hitting a quick hit.
Yeah, exactly, right? Just like getting into their, like ducking into their shirt and like taking a hit.
Actually, I've seen videos of kids doing that in class.
Yeah, I've seen people on airplanes vaping.
Yeah. I've personally known people who
oh my God, dude. That's crazy. But yeah, like it's way too easy to hide, and that is a problem. How do you know much about secondhand vape smoke? Is that a thing?
I think it is, because like, I mean, so with cigarettes, like the tar is horrible for you, right? Like vapes, a little bit different, doesn't have those tar that's found in cigarettes. But I think there's now evidence showing like the chemicals mixed with the nicotine vapes could be a cancer causing agent. So I feel like if you're around kids, like little kids, and you're always vaping, and they breathe in that thing, it's probably affecting them somewhat. Yeah. And not only that, it probably gets like your walls and like cars, roofs, like ceilings dirty.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially for those kids, it's got to be so bad. Yeah. And if it's like some kid in class vaping, and then all the kids around him gotta smell that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be good.
But can they get? Because like, I mean, I've been around people who smoke. I don't think I've gotten like,
dude, I mean,
a head rush from secondhand smoke.
Oh yeah, but
because I remember when I was a kid, my uncle used to smoke, like in his room.
With you in there?
No.
Oh,
he would always do it No, he would do it in the room though.
Okay.
But he wouldn't do it when I'm in there.
Gotcha.
I used to go in his room and play some video games on his computer back then.
Yeah.
And that shit like stank, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I
But like, but I wasn't getting like a head rush though.
Yeah.
Or like I wasn't coughing from it.
Well, the head rush you probably get from the nicotine, right? And that's probably like in the person's body after they smoke it. But then there's all those other chemicals flying around, and that's probably fucking you up.
Probably, honestly.
Yeah. And I mean, we're still pretty young. We're barely 30.
And that's the thing too, because people say, or I guess when vapes first came out, the argument was that it's safer than cigarettes.
Yeah.
But like, because vapes are so easy to smoke, it's so tasty, like flavorful, it makes them smoke the vape like way more in quantity.
Way more.
And I feel like down the road, that's just going to have so much health consequences. We don't know yet. Right?
Yeah.
We don't have longitudinal data of what kind of harms.
We could be fucked right now.
Yeah.
Like we could be totally fucked. We might only have like 10, 15 more years to live.
Yeah.
Because of the stupid decisions we made as young adults and teenagers. But yeah, that's another thing about the vapes. People just are constantly hitting it. For a smoke, you like go and have a smoke break, like
it's an effort.
On the hour or something. You got to like leave the building for the most part.
Yeah.
And then, people see you smoking. There's like some social shame there too.
Yeah.
But with vapes, people just bust it out wherever the fuck they are and then take a hit. And then that's not it. They'll take another hit and another hit. And like every 3 minutes, every 5 minutes, just constantly going at it. And yeah, that's got to be so bad for you.
Yeah, because like the consequences, like the social consequences, aren't as severe.
Well, yeah, there's
like
a
cigarette compared to a vape.
Basically, no social consequences of vape. I mean, a little bit. Like if you've got like some good friends, they'll make fun of you, and people around you, people should look at you weird if you're a vape because you look like a fucking loser.
Do you think was that fair to say for a person who was actually a smoker and they're using vapes to quit?
I mean, I would call them a fucking loser for smoking in the first place, man. To be honest, like you made your choice. I get to call you a fucking loser now. That's the way it is. I was a fucking loser. I used to vape. I thought I was a fucking loser then. I think I was a fucking loser then too. When I see people vaping, I think they're fucking losers. I think it's pathetic, man. You're dependent on something that you don't need at all. You've been like tricked into it. And you bought into it, and now you keep buying into it.
Well, I mean, the only thing I'd say to that is that like addiction, I think, is like a pretty complex. Disease.
Yeah,
they probably know themselves too that this is so stupid, but they just have so much trouble quitting. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel comfortable saying this stuff because I felt it too. Like I truly felt like a fucking loser so many times. Like I wanted to quit for a really long time. I just couldn't do it. Just kept going back to the vape shop after a little while, buying another vape, and every single time I'd be like, wow, am I really spending another $30 on this shit? Like I'm such a fucking loser. Like why can't I need to just stop? Like what the fuck is this?
Like how much money do you think you spent?
Dude, like over my entire life?
Yeah.
Like it's in the thousands.
I'm thinking with cigarettes because they were like, I don't know how much they are now, but they were like, I don't know, $20 a pack. Say you're a pack a day smoker, you're spending $20 every single day.
Yeah.
For 365 days a year. But that's an insane amount.
It's like a vape is around like $30.
Yeah.
Have I bought 100 vapes across my lifetime? I think I have. That's $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I bought 50 vapes, that's $1,500. Yeah, I honestly have never had like I haven't faced any health concerns so far, but it's something that I'm honestly constantly thinking about nowadays. It feels like something looming over me. Like I feel like it's something is like coming, once I get to like a later stage in life.
Yeah.
And I hope that's not the case. Hope I and all of our friends that made the same poor decisions. I hope we all get to, get off scot-free with this stupid shit.
I mean, I think you got to give yourself a little slack though.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, like.
Well, what do you mean by that? Because I'm just kind of like dreading the future, I guess, rather than beating myself up over it. Because I did what I did. It's stupid. I won't do it again.
I would say you should be more proud of it.
Oh, well, I am proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am proud that we're not talking about this yet, but like I had a very similar situation with weed, and I ended up quitting that too. And this is stuff that I'm proud of.
Yeah. Because like addiction is such a difficult journey for so many people, right? So yeah, I'd say number one, be proud of it. Number two, I don't know what number 2 is.
Maybe I shouldn't be so harsh on people that are struggling with addiction. I think on the surface I'm pretty harsh about it, but I know there's like a ton of nuance to this topic.
Because we can touch on it even more later, but I was reading into it. Like addiction, it's so complex because there's even like biology, like genetics for some people to be predisposed to have more addictive qualities, right?
Yeah.
So they try something, they like it, they're more inclined to use it. Mm-hmm. But then that's probably like one fraction of the story. Other story, more relevant with other kind of drugs, but also can include like, like they have trauma, or they learn by seeing their parents maybe smoking, or peers doing smoking, peer pressure as well. Mm-hmm. Or like in marginalized populations, just because they're in more risky areas, like they're exposed to it more.
Yeah.
For some people, it could be that, maybe they had no choice to use it.
Yeah, I can see that for some people. Probably not most people though.
For vaping?
Yeah. I mean, just looking at our friends, like we didn't really have it that bad, you know. Not much stress to combat in our life. I mean, like, like school and stuff, but you know, I don't think we had it bad enough to actually go towards stress relievers like that. I think for us, it was just stupid kids doing stupid shit. And I think that's probably what it is for most people in North America, at least.
For like vaping?
Or at least like the Western world. Like, for example, I went to France like 2 years ago or something, or a year ago. I don't remember exactly. But like all the kids there vape.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, wait, you went to France too?
My experience was that, I didn't see any kids, but I still saw people smoking cigarettes. I don't think I've seen that many people, or I don't think I saw people vaping that much in France.
When I was in Paris, I saw teenagers with vapes everywhere. Like everywhere, nonstop. Teenagers vaping. I was like on this one street with a bunch of shops outside the Louvre, like everywhere, teenagers vaping. But actually, once I got out of Paris, I think I saw more cigarettes than vapes.
Because I was going to ask the question, do you think in Europe they smoke more than vape? But I guess you think probably not, hey?
I think rather than a geographical thing, I think it's probably an age demographic thing. I think the youngers way more into vaping, and they're like already hooked on. And the olders are probably some smoking cigarettes, and they're just always going to smoke cigarettes until one day they decide to quit cigarettes. Yeah. And some of them moved on to vapes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think that especially on the younger generation, vaping has a very strong grip. Yeah. The same way it did on us.
Do you think it got a little bit better?
No, I think it got worse.
The vaping thing?
Yeah.
It got worse.
Yes, I think it got worse because our vaping lives were kind of defined by the Juul, and Juuls didn't have like a whole lot in them, you know? It wasn't like today where you just keep hitting it, and it's like endless.
Yeah.
Like a Juul would run out in not super long time.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I agree. One of our friends showed me their vape. That thing has like 50,000 puffs.
Yeah, exactly. They're like gigantic. And the ones that one of our other friends, or like some of our other friends had, where it's like the one where you can like mod it and like add your own juice and like switch out stuff like that. Like those are huge. Yeah. You know? They're like juice supply is massive.
Yeah. Actually, I saw one where you can use it as a phone.
What?
Yeah.
Is it like a phone case or?
It straight up has Android on it.
What?
You can go on Instagram. You can go on Spotify.
What? That is crazy. Dude, that's probably what the kids have in like school and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's probably the shit they're buying. That can't be $30. That's got to be a little more than that. Also, what a useless product. Like once it runs out of the juice, what do? I'm guessing it's one of the disposable ones. Or is
it must be chargeable. It'd be such a waste of
chargeable. Yeah, but like, is it the one where you can like add juice to it or something?
I hope so.
Yeah, because if you can't, then you just gotta toss that out. Some crazy e-waste.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, Juuls, they had way less juice in them, and it was like kind of close to cigarettes, or at least closer than what vapes are like nowadays. Because nowadays, it's like never ending. A vape lasts so fucking long. There's so many puffs in it.
Yeah.
To tie that back into, kids smoking more nowadays. You remember we had those Juul fucking things, and they would last like a couple weeks, or depending on who it was, a week to a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. But now with these 50,000 puffs bullshit, kids are running through them in a week, or much more product in the same amount of time. I think.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people are smoking it so much more often now than even we were.
Yeah, I guess I had the presumption that maybe it died down just because people around us are trying to quit.
Yeah.
But I guess I haven't thought about like what it's like for kids growing up, like younger kids, like high school kids specifically.
Yeah. Do you personally know any younger kid, like any family members or that are younger that you've seen them like vape or something?
No, but when we played volleyball at that center, because there's a lot of like younger kids, right? And when I say younger, these are like early 20s.
Yeah. They're still like you gotta be over 18 to play in our league.
Like I see them vaping outside.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now that you mention it, I saw some kids vaping inside the gym one. Yeah. Yeah. So this shit is like actually everywhere. Like I have a car, so I haven't taken public transportation in a long time. But I bet if you go sit on a bus in our city or the train or something, subway, you're probably going to be around a couple people vaping.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it has gotten worse. I think it is getting worse. And if there is like a fight against vapes, it's not super apparent, at least to me right now.
The fight, yeah. But do you think we'll get there?
I mean, I sure hope so. And you know, with mediums like this podcast, us telling people how bad it is, you know, there's hope. Because
when I was listening to a different podcast, I heard this new law in the UK where there's approval of a bill to ban cigarette sales for kids under. No, take that back. It was a law to ban people born after 2008 from buying cigarettes.
Interesting.
So after 2008. You just can't buy cigarettes. Like say maybe you're 65 years old down the road, but you're born after 2008.
Yeah.
You can never buy cigarettes.
So they're basically getting outlawed then.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, I'm for it. Yeah. Am I for it? I don't know, because I feel like I've always believed that adults should be able to do whatever they want as long as they're not harming anyone else. But I mean, you're harming yourself quite a lot by smoking, you know. I guess I have mixed feelings about it. I think it's good that people wouldn't be smoking anymore. And you know what? Maybe that's worth the government having a little too strong of a hand on this specific thing. But I mean, that's what government's for. You know, you're supposed to keep us safe. So at the end of the day, can it really be a bad thing? I think it's probably a good thing.
I mean, yeah, like I see the vision.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it'll cause a lot of problems. Because as you mentioned, it'd be limiting.
Yeah, it sets a strange precedent for the amount of control a government has on our lives.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess you could view it the same way as like, well, weed used to be banned, or like weed is still illegal in tons of places around the world. You know, in some places even alcohol is banned. So how's this really different?
Well, because then, like, if you make it illegal, what if that creates an environment where now they're going to get caught for possession of cigarettes. They're going to jail, which is what was happening for weed, and people were getting like extreme sentences for possession.
Yeah, you're right. And it creates like a black market for this stuff too.
Yeah.
Because it's not like people are going to stop smoking.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know what the answer is because, of course, like in the 90s, or I mean, not in the 90s, but in the 20th century, like smoking was very prevalent.
Yeah.
But there's been there was massive efforts to cut down on it to like health literacy, advertisement laws, taxation laws as well, which I think it was like effective to a point. Like it curbed it.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, we never would have smoked if not for vapes.
I think now it's like people start with vapes first and then they go to cigarettes.
Totally.
Yeah. For now, the effort maybe should be geared towards curbing vape sales or some more tight regulations, more like basically what they did was cigarettes, but with vapes.
Yeah. It should at least have the same amount of scrutiny as cigarettes currently do.
Yeah, because like the nicotine content when it first came out, like I remember Juuls, it was pretty high.
Yeah,
but so they made some mandates to decrease the nicotine content.
Right, it was like more than cigarettes back then.
I don't know, but
wasn't it?
But I don't. But I know I've heard like stores, not just in where we live, but like in other cities as well. They're technically legally selling high content nicotine vapes.
Legally or illegal?
Illegally, because people like them better, because it gets you get that.
You're talking about right now, right?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, they're everywhere. I mean, I remember. I don't know if this is the same back then, but like, or same now as back then, but like back then when we would go to like a smoke shop, and like ask for vapes, and we would always be like, you got the you got the 5%. And like sure enough, they would always have like a cabinet with the high nicotine content vapes in them. And it's like everywhere does this. You know? How do you stop this? I mean, two guys in a bedroom definitely don't have the answer.
Yeah, I think it's all, I mean, not it's all, but I think like a big portion is like preventative approaches, like what they did with cigarettes.
Yeah.
Trying to prevent people from going to it in the first place.
I think a big part is social shame. Everyone needs to shame the people around them for doing stupid shit. Just keep shaming them until they change. I think that's a big part of it.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, I hope so.
But I feel like that's already happening nowadays.
Is it?
I think so.
Do we shame our friends? Did we ever really shame our friends? We kind of made jokes about it, but never really shamed our friends for smoking.
Well, the only reason I say it's happening a little bit because on social media, I think there's a general movement towards like making more health conscious decisions. So I think like there is a little bit of shame already shame movement created already by society.
Yeah, with kids it's hard, man. Because how are they even getting this stuff? Because it is like kids in junior high and high school that are getting their hands on vapes. But
probably elementary students too.
Oh my God. Yeah. How are they getting this stuff?
Yeah.
Dude, for example, have you ever bought like beer illegally? I haven't. Yeah. How do you even do that?
That's a good question.
So how
would kids purchase vapes?
Yeah, like I never even like
That's
illegally
really
bought beer.
Question.
That's like a classic movie scenario, you know, underage kids buying beer. But how are these? Because you're supposed to get ID'd for vapes or whatever, aren't you? And I mean, it's really obvious when someone's like a middle school kid, you know, or even a high school kid.
Yeah. Do you think it's the same way how they would buy just alcohol, fake ID?
No, you know what? I bet the workers just like don't give a shit.
That's true because in liquor stores, I mean, I don't know if that's true, but they appear definitely more uptight about checking ID.
Yeah, like I've never not been ID'd at a liquor store.
Yeah.
No matter how big my beard is, no beard, look young, look old, I've always been ID'd
that's
at a
a good
liquor
point.
store.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
But at like a vape store,
like as long as you look old enough.
Dude, I don't even know if it's like old enough. Because when I was like 20 and I would like clean shave, do my hair a certain way, I could pass for like 15, 16, you know. And never once did I get ID'd at a vape shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess like I forgot to mention is that like we were talking about mainly the health benefits or health pros and cons of nicotine, which seems to be that there's way more cons than pros.
Oh yeah,
like,
of course.
Far.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't think of any pros. Like the pro is you gave into peer pressure, so now your friends accept you. Like congrats, dumbass.
Like, I mean that's not health, but that's like more like societal.
Oh yeah.
But can you think of anything else?
Any positive?
I mean, it makes money for the government. Like, it provides employment.
Yeah, I guess.
And actually, that's the thing too. For employment, that's kind of a gray area because I saw like an Instagram reel that basically most of these vapes are being made in China.
Oh yeah. The vapes are being made in China.
Like in horrible working conditions.
Yeah. I saw a video like a couple days ago of like a vape tester in a Chinese factory.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even think about that. They're probably like getting like their lungs are probably getting destroyed from testing all those vapes.
Super fucked.
Okay, so basically vaping horrible.
I mean,
get rid of that.
Yeah, like even in terms of like making jobs, like what jobs is it making? You know, even for the guy selling vapes in a vape shop, that shop's still gonna be there if like vapes and the smokes aren't there. It'll just be a convenience store, you know, just be a gas station, something like that.
Wow. Yeah, so I honestly didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I honestly don't see any positives at all, any pros at all for smoking nicotine. Not a single one.
Oh, actually, yeah, because I was going to say, like there is evidence that it could help with cognition and attention, but I guess at that point you can just drink coffee.
Yeah, or like, you know, I'm sure there's other substances that aren't harmful to you that can achieve the same thing. Or, you know, then again, maybe in monitored moderation, nicotine can be helpful medicinally. But for the layman, smoking cigarettes and vaping and pouches and gum, none of it's good for you.
Yeah.
Of course, some of it is to help you get off of it, like the pouches, the gum, and maybe even, I'm not even going to say vapes are to help you.
I will say that the only caveat to that is when it comes to culture, because indigenous cultures and probably some other cultures as well, like nicotine, tobacco specifically, is like a pretty significant part, plays a significant role in their culture.
Yeah, of course, there's like a ton of nuance to tons of situations, and I make a lot of blanket statements, but these blanket statements don't apply to every situation. It's just an easy, blanket statement to make. But then when you look at these specific situations like First Nations peoples and Aboriginal cultures and the way that they use these specific products, yeah, there's nuance to it, and they have reasons for it that are completely separate from the broader world.
Apparently, it's like preventative against ulcerative colitis.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I've heard ulcerative colitis very few times in my life. My favorite MMA fighter, George St. Pierre, had ulcerative colitis. So
had
ulcerative, or I guess has ulcerative colitis.
Well, I guess technically ulcerative colitis can be curative if you take out.
Yeah, he took out like a bunch of his intestine and stuff.
Dang.
Yeah. So interesting that nicotine can help with that. Yeah. Again, that like buys into the point where in moderation, I'm sure it has some benefit. But it's not being used in moderation for 99.99999% of people. But yeah, that's enough of that.
I did not expect for us to talk about vaping this entire...
Oh, the whole episode was vaping. Oh, well, okay.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to everyone. That's all the time we have today. I guess this is going to be basically a 3-episode series.
At least 3 episodes, probably.
Because next episode, we're going to talk about alcohol. But we don't want to give away too much. We'll just leave it at that. So if you want to listen and tune in to that episode, you're going to have to... So we'll have to wait and see what turns out. But
yeah, and once again, Cohen and I want to apologize for this episode being a little later. We had some problems with the last couple episodes, but hopefully we are back on track now. But yeah, thank you guys very much for tuning in again this week, and we'll hope to see you in the next one. This was Catch Up with Kai and Cohen.
Peace.